Hello and welcome to another episode of Taylor Talks Comics. Today we're going to be talking about the new series by DC Comics, Batman 89. Okay, so Batman 89. One of the things I want to do on this channel is just when I read a comic and I get so excited about it and I love it so much, I want to bring it to you guys to show it off because I want as many people as possible to pick up the stuff that I love, to give the comics that I love a chance. So this is a new mini-series that DC Comics has put out. It's Batman 89. You can see it's going to be a 6-issue limited series. And it takes place in the same universe as the Tim Burton Batman movies. So Batman from 1989 and the Batman Returns from 1992, I believe. Those two movies are in this continuity, and then this series takes place after Batman Returns. And it is written by, let me show you the creative team here. Do they have it listed anywhere? Okay, DC. Where are the credits? Oh, there it is. Jeez, sorry. You can see the credits there. Sam Hamm is the writer. He's the scriptwriter for those first two Tim Burton Batman movies. And then Joe Quinones is the artist for the cover and the artist in the book. And you have Leonardo Ito as the colorist. Clayton Cowles is the letterer. Jerry Ordway and Steve Oliff did the variant cover, and then there's another variant. Andrew Marino and Andy Corey are the editors, and then Batman was created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. So the coolest thing was Sam Hamm was the one writing this. Sam Hamm, there's a great documentary too on the making of all 4 of the 90s Batman movies, and Sam Hamm is prominently in those movies. But here's the thing. If you love Batman 89, Batman from 1989, and Batman Returns, you have to be reading these comics. And if you know the back history of like casting rumors and kind of behind the scenes rumors of those movies, you have to be reading these comics because they're bringing all of that into realization as well as introducing a lot of new ideas, which are really cool. So right away, you notice on the cover, that's Billy D. Williams. He appeared in the first Batman movie as Harvey Dent, but then never became Two-Face. Eventually, in Batman Forever, we got Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face doing a terrible Joker impression. It was awful. But Two-Face is my favorite Batman villain, and I always love the idea of what would it be like if they had Billy D. Williams become Two-Face. And Billy D. Williams himself is on record saying that he wished he had the opportunity to become Two-Face. You get to see that in here, as well as some other cool things. I'm going to try not to go over too many spoilers, but if you don't want to be spoiled, I guess, here's your warning. The only thing I'm going to talk about is that, which is on the cover, and then there's another casting rumor that seems to be coming to fruition. I don't know yet. It's not official, but we only have the first 2 issues out, and if you don't want to be spoiled of that too, then I guess go read these and then come back to me. But yes, I was so excited for this series. I was going to wait until the whole thing was done to do a video, but I can't. I need people to be picking up this comic because it's so cool. So first of all, Joe Quinones on art does an amazing job. I personally, and I'll say this on this channel quite often, I don't like hyper-realistic artwork in comic books. I want comic books to look like a comic book. I want there to be some good cartooning involved in that comic. And when you're doing not an adaptation, but something that takes place in a realistic movie setting, and by realistic I mean that there's actually real people, it's live action. It's kind of hard to get that, but Joe Quinones does an amazing job of balancing that. Like that's Batman from the movies. You can recognize him clearly in that same costume, but it looks like it's in a comic book. I don't know how to explain that. And they also have a series too. Robert Venditti and Wilfredo Torres is doing Superman 78, which takes place. It's a 6-issue miniseries. It takes place. I don't know if it includes the first 2 Superman movies in continuity. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not picking that up, but I kind of regret it because I've heard great things about that as well. But I'm going to pick both these up when they come in hardcovers because I just have to. Giant penny. Like, there's just so many cool little Easter eggs for if you're a fan of Batman, and especially those 2 movies, you're going to love this series. There's Harvey Dent, Batmobile. You can see Harvey Dent flipping a coin, if you will. So this is, oh man, Michael Keaton. Jeez, I couldn't even think of the name. And obviously, and I do wonder how that works with, because obviously it doesn't look like Michael Keaton, right? I do love that there's this double-page spread though, with the 2 characters, because there's always like that dichotomy of both Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent, Batman and Two-Face. So it's cool, a cool page layout by Quinones. But obviously, it's not a very, I don't know, that doesn't look too close to Michael Keaton. But I do wonder how that works with like character license. Can you really, do they have to draw it just off enough that they couldn't get in trouble for having his likeness in there? I don't know how that works. But he does have like the eyebrows. Like you can tell it's supposed to be Michael Keaton. And then let's just. I was trying to find a good picture of Alfred. So you have Alfred, which was. Man, what was his name? Michael, I don't know his name. I'm sorry. The actor that played him. But he played him in all 4 movies. I think he was the only actor that crossed over to all 4 movies. But yeah. And then you get this character that Batman has to fight. Who's that going to be? So one of the cool things is, in this, as you can see, Harvey Dent is a black man, played by Billy D. Williams. And so they included some things that seem like a kind of a commentary on like the Black Lives Matter. That's a great panel right there. Michael Keaton, or I need to look up Joe Quinones. I need to find more comics by him because he did an amazing job in this, or is doing an amazing job in this. And I just love the way he's telling stories. But yeah, so there's like these BLM riots. Kind of. I mean, it's a kind of a commentary on that, which I love. I love social and political commentaries in comic books. If you don't, then I don't know. Maybe this isn't your thing. But you can see this black character here. This kid is attending the riots. What's he up to? You don't really know. And then you see this character, all of a sudden, beating people up. Beating up this gang, perhaps, of Batman imposters. Who's that going to be? Well, you can probably surmise based on that who that's going to be. But the rumor I think that they're playing into, here's Batman doing sit-ups, was that back in the day there was rumors that, oh man, which Wayans brother was it? Was it Damon Wayans? Not Damon Wayans. Damon Wayans is the guy that played Major Payne. Oh, jeez. Someone correct me in the comments. It's one of the Wayans brothers, and he's rumored to play Robin in one of these movies, and people were like outraged by it that he was going to be Robin because I don't know. But I think they're playing into that now with having this kid in there, and at the end you get to see Selena Kyle come back because, like I said, this takes place after Batman Returns, and then the origin story of, you guessed it, Harvey Dent turning into Two-Face. So yes, like again, hopefully you heeded my spoiler warnings, but those are all things that I feel like are in typical Batman continuity, and this is only the 2 issues. So go buy these so you can join in with me in seeing how this plays out. I love it. I love the fact that they're taking in rumored continuity, actual movie continuity. I love that we're getting actor likenesses to them as well as they can for certain characters, and I can't just wait to see where this goes. And I'm kind of sad it's only 6 issues. I hope that this is popular enough that it goes on even further. I would love to see them have like a proper Bane and Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze instead of what we saw in Batman and Robin. I'd like to see other villains take place, like Scarecrow, who's rumored to be like Marilyn Manson or who else was rumored to be Scarecrow at one point? I can't remember, but maybe bring him in here too. It's just so cool. It's just a fun series if you're a fan of those movies. I implore you to go out and buy them. Let me know in the comments if you're buying them. Let me know in the comments if you like this idea, this premise, if there's any other superhero movies that you'd like them to do this with. And give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and check out more videos on my channel. Thank you.